Aloha, this is Dr. Martina, online sex therapist and sex educator. We're living in stressful times. Flooding in Hong Kong, devastating earthquake in Morocco, devastating fire in the paradise of Maui, failing economy. We have hatred towards others. We have the narcissistic and lying so-called influencers. We got war in Russia. It just keeps going on, and here I am talking about sex. Sometimes I struggle putting the hat on the sexologist, especially when we have trying times like this. But I've decided that's precisely when I want to talk about sex, and that is sex during stressful times. For every desire that we have in life, at one point we have to decide, is it good for me? If I desire to swim naked in the ocean, I know from past experiences how it soothes my nerves and makes me smile, grateful, refreshed, and alive. And I can't wait to do it again because I know it is good for me. Sex is good for me. And if the word sex is too naked, how about physical intimacy is good for me? How about physical love is good for me? Being connected with the one I love is good for me. Having an orgasmic release is good for me, especially during stressful times and times of need. But guilt and shame stop us from prioritizing sex. We actually forget how good sex is for us, and it loses its priority over pretty much everything else. I mean, how can I think of sex when people are in despair, when my partner is tired, when the kids are cranky, when the job is too much, when money problems are there? How can we think of sex that time? Well, we have to remember that it is good for us. Because everyday stress can hinder us from enjoying sex for what it is, which is a physical activity that involves some of the most profound emotions we can feel with each other and for ourselves. Most profound emotions and release and excitement for the body. Now, I understand that the quality of the sex could be one of the reasons why, it loses its priority, but then that would be, your partner's fault as much as your own. So, sex getting thrown out because of stress in life is something that happens to pretty much everybody, but it doesn't have to be that way. So if you take the next 3 steps, then you can change that. And the first step is that reflect on how sex makes you feel good right now at this time in your life, because it changes. So check in with yourself, reflect with your body, what your body needs and what it could be available for. Check in with your sexual menu. Second step, create a scenario in your mind that includes the desires you just came up with. It is like going to the gym with a notion what you want to exercise with. So plan it. And the third thing is make sure that you can be proactive about your needs. Take the lead and tell your partner what it is that you would like to experience and make it happen. Don't wait for your partner to do it because they may wait for you and it never is going to get done. Being sexually and emotionally active during stressful times is as good for you as a good night's sleep. It's actually even better because you are doing it with someone that you care about, hopefully love, your partner. So don't let stress dictate when you can exercise your body with sensuality and sexuality. Don't let stress put everything in front and push this fantastic way to decrease tension, to increase pleasure during stressful times. Don't let it get off your radar. Sex has a tendency to do that. We throw the baby out with the bathwater. We forget how good it is for you and how we can reconnect during times of stress. Your heart, mind, and body will be grateful. And if you have any challenges coming up with some kind of a sexual play that you're open for, or challenges with communicating this with your partner, or your guilt and shame about wanting to have sex during this time and wanting to give yourself a release, give me a call, connect with me, and I will help you through all of that, because sex during stressful times is a healthy choice. I'll talk to you